don't have anything negative to say. I guess I do. And we're back for another Gab with Abigail. If you aren't back and this is your first time on my channel, hi, welcome to Gabs with Abigail, where we talk about the Bates and Duggars and other D-list fundies. Today we are, as you can see from the title, doing something just a little bit light and fun. I'm going to be ranking all of the Duggar daughters and in-laws and Bates daughters and Bates in-laws wedding dresses from my least to most favorite. I think this list is going to surprise you where I have certain people for sure. In terms of how I ranked this, I didn't focus on just the wedding dresses, but really like how the overall look came together. So like even hair, makeup. I'm going to talk about their wedding colors as well a little bit, though that didn't necessarily play a part in where I ranked everybody, but just really like the overall look, the overall vibe. So without further ado, let's get into it. This is my least favorite out of all of them. No shade, but it goes to Whitney. I just did not care for her dress. I feel like, and if you see me looking to the sides because I'm looking at the photos, but I just kind of feel like it would have been a nice dress, especially, obviously given the time. The little bolero, like I get it, it's a winter wedding, but also I kind of feel like because it's like Whitney's marrying into this super conservative, modest family, that this is her first attempt into it, like this is how she made it more modest. I think it's something about the bolero that I just don't really care for. I love these photos with Whitney's first family. Also, something that I keep an eye out for where you see this dress being worn again. Mrs. Bates' dress. I feel like, okay, people are going to be surprised by this one. Tiffany Espensen, Lawson Bates' bride, and our most recent Duggar Bates wedding. I just did not care for her dress. I just feel like it was just so bleh. Like it wasn't enough for me. There's simple, and then there's also like, I was underwhelmed. That would be the word. I was just super underwhelmed by her dress. And that's how I felt about their whole entire wedding, was that I was just so underwhelmed. Like the bow in the back, nice and cute, but when I'm looking at the front of this dress, I'm just so underwhelmed. I also kind of think I have a thing where I really do not like V-cut dresses. And so I just didn't really care for her wedding dress, really. I didn't. I love this picture because it definitely, it makes it feel like there's more going on with the dress. I do. I like this picture. But all of the other photos that I've seen, like I just really didn't care for it too much. Like I like this photo too with the way the veil looks. But for the most part, I just felt so underwhelmed by her dress. Like, I get it. Some people are simple. Some people are like, I don't want to say basic, because basic kind of has like a negative connotation today in today's street slang and the vernacular that the kids are using. But the best way to describe it is so underwhelmed. Also in this photo, Lawson looks so short, and I know it is because he is short, but he just looks super short in this photo. I'm also probably in an I hate Lawson mood, which I'm in all the time. But the fact that he copyright striked my video, not strike, let me take that back. He copyright claimed my video reviewing his album with one of the songs. And like, bro, that is my least watched video of the last like 13 months. I don't care. I didn't make any money off it in the first place. Moving on. Okay, again, so this one, I really had a hard time placing it, but also at the same time, I would say that this is probably the dress that inspired me to want to make this list, because every time I see wedding photos, I'm just like, I'm disappointed. Tori Bates. I love Tori. Do not get me wrong. I love Tori. I love Tori's beliefs. Is Tori one of the most conservative of her family? I did not like her wedding photos. I didn't like her wedding photos. And I always thought it was interesting that she did like whatever this color is that's not white, basically. I think it's interesting when anybody doesn't wear white, when these girls are so pure, but a girl who saved her first kiss for the altar, but all of a sudden we can't wear white. I don't know. I think it's interesting. But it took me a while to kind of like figure out what it is that I do not like about this dress and why I ranked this so low, because I'm sure there are people who absolutely would not rank it this low. And When I look at this photo of when she was initially trying it on at Miss Renee's, I was like, oh, I'm going to put this so like different place. I must have forgot what Tori's dress looked like, not realizing this is the dress before it was altered to become the Tori. And like, I love this. I think this is so pretty. It's so simple. I even love that she's wearing like this white undershirt underneath it, like that she probably came in with, or that they might have given her for like, you know, modesty because of the way the dress originally is. I think this looks so nice just like this. It's beautiful, and I would rank it higher than other dresses that are on this list. And I can understand wanting to, like, after I just said, like, I was underwhelmed by Tiffany, I can understand wanting to, as a bride, oomph it up a little bit. Like, I get it, that she probably thought this was a little bit too simple, a little bit too plain for your wedding day. Totally can get that. And so that's why she added the belt, the bling, which, okay, I could live with. Like I said, though, I felt like she should have just left the top plain. And if you look at this picture again, right, it looks like they moved the material up to cover a little bit more so that it was like our added lace or something. So that you're getting less of like that sweetheart neckline showing underneath to make it less sheer. And then it also looks like Miss Renee added like embellishments or jewelry like up here on the neck. And I just don't like it when it all comes together, personally. There's something about it that's a little bit off to me, where I just love this simple, clean look, and I kind of wish she had kept it this way. Does my opinion matter at all? Absolutely not. It's her wedding. It's how she felt. I always loved that Tori had Carlin do her hair for her wedding, because she felt like that was the only person she'd trust to make her hair like look the way she wanted it. I thought that was such a sweet moment between sisters, but I just did not like how this came together. And then, and I'm so sorry because this is about to get like really bitchy, I just didn't like how Tori's wedding photos came out. I didn't like any of Tori's wedding photos. I won't say any, but I didn't really like love her wedding photos. See, and here's another good view of this dress, where it's like, here's where you can kind of see like the little differences of, there's just a little bit extra lace and the bling. And like, I also want to point out this photo where Alyssa is touching her stomach. Was Instagram all mad and upset about this photo the way they were about Carlin's every photo in Katey's wedding? Just here to be problematic. Anyway, but yeah, I love that she wore her hair up. A lot of girls in this video really don't wear their hair up often. The majority wear their hair down. So I love that she wore her hair up. I thought that was great. And this dress would have looked stupid if she had worn her hair down. So in good taste. But yeah, I just have a lot I could say about Tori's, which is just like, I just really didn't love it. But like looking at this photo, right? Looking at it from the back, beautiful dress, right? She looks pretty. I like it. Like in this picture that she has with Taryn Yeager. Y'all know Taryn Yeager, the OG photographer. Again, I love the way the dress looks like in the back like this. And I think because we're far away, so we can't really see this collar part. Like, it looks really nice. Like, it's beautiful. But it's just like in the closer up photos, if I had to rank it somewhere, this is where I would put it, because I just didn't really like it overall. Tori wanted to get married. She got married. That, at the end of the day, it wasn't about the wedding for her. It was definitely about the marriage. Salute to my good sis. Next on this list, Tori's BFF, Erin. I really don't have anything negative to say. I guess I do. Erin and Chad's wedding is actually, we get to see it on 19 Kids and Counting, and you can actually watch it on YouTube as well. In that episode, she shows the girls her dress, and she talks about her dress as well, and like how she got it, and she was like, oh, I got it at the thrift store for like $100, $200 for all the alterations, and talking about how like she added the sleeves to make it a bit more modest, because obviously it was a strapless dress. And I don't know. Let's something positive. Let's talk about the positives. I love how the dress was fitted to her, and I really like how her dress was tailored. Like, waist is snatched, honey. Okay, so I really liked that. I don't know. I don't hate it though. I don't think it's like the most hideous thing ever. I don't think it was terribly done at all. I guess the other things, like, you know, when I'm sorry, because you know, Erin was going through this phase with wearing her hair like this. This is how she wore her hair all the time, except that like this, for this day in particular, she put the braid and she put the little thing in her hair. Like, yes, sis, do it up. Okay. It's crazy how many Duggars are in this photo. But like, just also that I think I didn't really care for her veil either. Like, I love veils. I absolutely am a veil girl. But I just, like, there's something about the short veil for her on this I didn't really like. I don't know. And I think this outfit, I think this dress calls for a veil. I don't know, there's just something about, I don't really like the pearl necklace either. I think that was a little, like, just, she didn't need that. It is what it is. Moving on. Again, I think this one's going to surprise people. It's going to go to Claire Duggar, our teen bride. So, and I think that's why part of the reason why I don't like this dress is, and not even this dress necessarily. One, the dress is like super, super, super simple. It's super simple. It's super plain. And I don't want that to be the reason why I don't like it. Like, I don't want to say that that's why. I think it was appropriate for her theme. I loved her flowers. I loved her colors. Like, things that I would do for my wedding, for sure, in terms of the color scheme that she used for her flowers. I loved it. But I think what I didn't like overall, there's just something for me that's off about like her hair and makeup. I don't know. I struggled to where I was going to put this because, like, there's just something that I can't put my finger on about Claire's overall wedding look that I don't like. And part of it might just be indeed like her youth and being super young. But that's hard to say because there are other people on this list who are the same age as her when she gets married, which she gets married at like 19, about to turn 20. And I don't know. There's just like beautiful venue. Like I said, beautiful color scheme. Justin looked great. There's something about Claire's wedding look that I can't put my finger on that I don't like. And for the longest time, I thought it was her hair. Like, I just didn't like the way the braid ultimately came out. But I don't even know if that's what it is. I don't know if it's this pink lipstick. I don't know if it's like that they should have got a professional makeup artist and that's what I'm upset about. Like, I don't even know. There's something about it for me that doesn't like 100% come together. And maybe it's the makeup. But it's hard to even say that when it's like, when you look at this next photo and she like has the lipstick off, right? And I don't know. In this photo, what I would attribute it to is their youth. They look so young. That's what I would say. I don't know. There's just something about it which is a little bit off for me. I just can't put my finger on it. It bothers me so much. But moving on. Next. And I really struggled exactly even to say like to put her here put Claire here and said this next person, which goes to Jessa Seewald. And the infamous pink blush dress. I think, and that's not even, I guess, what my problem is with it. Maybe it is, but it's just like Jessa's dress felt like a prom dress to me. That's what it is. Like it gave prom pretty much. Like it gave prom. And that's why I didn't really love it. Was she a beautiful bride? Absolutely. This long 26-inch weave, no, I'm just kidding, that's growing out of her head. I did love her hair, like in terms of people complaining about all the girls wearing their hair down. I loved her hair and the hair piece. I just didn't like her dress. I think definitely it gave a princess vibe. It just gave too much of a prom feel. And maybe it was because of the blush, and if it had been white, I would be feeling a little bit differently. And I would say, though, the overall look came together a little bit better than Claire's, and that's why, for me, she's higher on the list than Claire's. That's that. Next on this list. Again, I know this is probably going to be a surprise, but next is Alyssa. We rarely, I feel like, see Alyssa's wedding pictures, but, like, at this time, it would have been a lot of strapless dresses, and which still to this day it is, but a lot of strapless dresses. And so, again, we're getting, like, these thick sleeves for modesty. I think I liked Alyssa's veil. I think she had an underrated veil. I think her veil was really pretty. I like that her dress was kind of like a trumpet style. Nobody else has done a dress like this. And I thought it was so pretty. Like, and this would have been such a pretty dress without the big-ass modesty straps that you have to put on. Do you guys remember, did they make you do that at your high school too? The 3 fingers to make sure that it was modest enough at high school? Lord, they used to sexualize the hell out of us. But anywho, what ruins this dress, what ruins this look for me is, one, these dangly earrings that she got from freaking Claire's. I'm so sorry to say that. I hate these earrings. Why would she put these on? She looks like she's from Tennessee. She looks like she grew up in the country in Tennessee. She looks like it. Like she grew up in a homeschool. It's giving early 2000s. It's giving the South is a few years behind on trends. Because of all the earrings you could wear in your wedding, why would you wear these? I don't know. That's just, to me, ruin the whole look. I get it, though. I mean, I don't want to say what else would she wear. Her earrings look like we're talking about these earrings for like 20 minutes. These earrings look like she last minute remembered that she needed to have earrings and decided to get earrings. Or somebody was like, oh my God, she was like, last minute, I don't have any earrings to wear. And somebody was like, oh my God, I'm going to get you a gift. And the gift was of the earrings. And she's like, oh, I love this. This is so sentimental. I love the way it looks. You know my style. And now we have these cheap, ugly earrings for the rest of our life in her wedding photos. They just speak to her youth, is what I'll say, because Alyssa was one of those people who got married really young. She got married at 19. It speaks to her youth. It speaks to the times. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Like I said, it was beautiful. It was a pretty dress. I feel like her dress is really underrated. I love the bottom of it, how it flares out like that. Super pretty. I just feel like her dress is underrated. We have to talk about Alyssa's colors. We have to, in a way that we're not gonna talk about anybody else's. The baby gender reveal color scheme that she picked, God, when she saw how the first two dresses came out, why she thought to keep going is absolutely insane. The thing is, I love how the colors look in her bouquet and the other people's bouquet. There's definitely a way to do this scheme right. And just how it came out for the ties and the dresses, just an absolute no. It really looks like she's having a gender reveal. It really looks like it's giving Pepto-Bismol vibes. Like, and it's one of those things where I know she looks back on this later and with regret. And I'm so sorry to say that. I know it. Like, she really could have just put all of them in the blue. I don't even know, bro. Like, she really could have done the bouquets and just said something a little bit more simple. I don't know. Again, it speaks to how young she got married. The way some of these guys, like, suits are fitted, it's not funny. I shouldn't laugh. It's not nice, but it's just a little bit crazy. It honestly is. Her wedding color scheme was just real crazy. All right. Next on this list, Jill. I like Jill's dress a lot, actually. Why Jill is here on this list? Like, I think it's a really pretty dress. I like the all over, like, lace. I like the little boutonnet, the way, like, whatever that is. I didn't go to design school. I'm clearly not a fashion student. But I thought her dress was really pretty. I think why it ranks here so low on the list is because there's just like, I feel like her up here area wasn't tailored enough. I wish it had been fitted a little bit better. There's something weird about the way the top of the dress fits. And again, I think like I said, I don't really like the V-necks because of how it'll make the rest of your upper body look sometimes. But I want to like it on her. And I do. I think it's cut pretty. I think it's just something weird about how it, like, the way it's sitting around her boobs. Like, the way the dress is sitting around her boobs. It almost kind of, like, I wish the tailor had, like, just really pinned that in. You know, like, just give her a little bit of a lift. But, you know, beautiful. I like the veil. Simple little veil. I love the bottom of the dress. Like, I think it's so pretty how, like, the dress is just shaped. Like, so nice. Yeah. I thought her dress was beautiful. Another thing I said, when I put this here, I was thinking that, like, her hair, there's something about her hair that feels like unfinished. I don't want to say unfinished isn't the right word, but, like, that's not necessarily special enough for your wedding is how I was feeling. But looking again, I won't say that. I really think what just bothers me the most about her dress is how it's just like, there's just something weird about how it fits on her chest. It's a beautiful dress overall. Next, I feel like Joy's dress is underrated. Honestly, now I'm looking at it, I'm like, maybe I should have put Jill before Joy. Or Joy after Jill, wherever we are. You know what I mean? But I feel for the girl who is the tomboy of the family, who didn't know what she wanted to wear for her wedding, didn't have a vision of herself as a bride when she went to the bridal studio, I feel like Joy was such a beautiful bride. Joy, to me, besides Josie, is the daughter who looks the most like her mother. And Michelle is a really beautiful woman. And so I really liked how Joy's wedding look just kind of came out, in the end. I thought it was pretty. I liked her kind of like nonchalant attitude of like, this isn't really important to me. That you do the wedding and all of that because you have to, is how Joy's wedding felt to me. But I do feel like she cared the least about her wedding dress out of everybody. And it still came out really nice. I loved Joy's wedding colors, the navy blue with the orange. Like, it really came out really beautiful. Hers is like really, to me, underrated in terms of looks that we talk about at the wedding. Like that lady who does all of their like backgrounds and stuff like that, she did a really great job with the stage. Like it was gorgeous, really nice wedding. But you know, next on the list, one of our newer Duggar brides, and that is Katey. Katey is such a pretty girl. Mind you, we didn't know about Katey until the wedding photos dropped. There was rumors, there was hints. Streets were talking that Jed was in some kind of courtship, whatever. And we didn't even get anything about actually, the engagement basically leaked onto the internet, but they really still didn't say anything until the wedding happened. They didn't even give us, even after the engagement leaked, nobody said anything about it until the day of the wedding, which they got married, basically like a surprise to us, the viewers, the commies, the outsiders, the fans, the haters, surprised on Easter of, I think this was 2021. All the years are blending in together for me. But yeah, they got married. It took me a really long time to figure out where I was going to put Katey on this list, because when I initially saw this photo, I was like, oh, ew, I don't like her dress. Like, I don't like it. It's ugly. I didn't like it. And again, it's kind of like that situation where I said, I really don't like V-neck dresses. They look weird to me. And I think in this, especially this particular angle, it's like the quarter sleeve, like it wasn't giving what it was supposed to give for me. But what kind of changed my opinion on that is like, one, I do really like this photo. The dress looks really pretty in this. But like what also kind of like really helped to convince me on like where I was going to put it was when I watched their wedding video again, and like watching her move around in it and walk down the aisle in it. Obviously I'll put in the clips. I was like, oh, this is a really pretty dress. She really liked it. I could see the vibe. I could see the vision. I could see the image. The photos don't do it justice is what I would say. But if you saw it in person, watching the video, I kind of like, oh, you know what? It's a vibe. It's nice. Oh, again, and Katey has one of my like very favorite wedding schemes. I really like the colors that she did. I like pastel. Next, our other is...
Let's go. It's like, you niggas gotta stop acting